What is up, everyone? Rapture here, bringing you, yes, my first Modern Warfare 3 gameplay footage. As you can tell, I'm actually playing on my other gamer tag, because I haven't added a 1 year to my XII Rapture tag, but anyways. So today I want to talk to you about M.O.A.Bs, and this video is the first M.O.A.B that I got. So a couple things. Yes, I do play hardcore. I've played hardcore ever since Call of Duty 4. It's what I enjoy. I hope you guys don't mind, but yeah, hardcore kill confirmed. And as far as going for M.O.A.Bs, there's a couple things that I want to talk about. Now, starting out with, I didn't start this game off very well. I did die a few times. But let's talk about a few things that I do as far as strategies to get a M.O.A.B. The first step is, of course, having a good class setup. Here I'm running PP90M1. I'm using rapid fire, extended mags, running a specialist package, and let's see, what do I got on here? Dead silence, extreme conditioning, and hardline pro. Hardline pro is extremely useful when you're running specialist because basically your first kill, you unlock your first extra perk. And as you can see there, I got my first kill and I get sleight of hand pro. That's my recommendation. Use hardline pro when you're using specialist. It'll definitely help you get those extra perks quicker, and it'll get you to your specialist bonus faster. So when you're going for a M.O.A.B, there's a lot of different things that I recommend doing. You making good decisions, knowing when to hip fire and when to scope in. It's, you know, when you're going around corners, you know, you want to always make sure you keep your sight up, be ready to either hip fire or scope in. You know, let's see right there. I was going towards a corner and a guy came running around and just immediately pulled the trigger to hip fire to get the kill. So knowing when to hip fire, knowing when to scope in, and just making sure you're ready to pull that trigger immediately when you go around a corner if somebody comes around. It's crucial to make sure that you're in that state, you know, in that frame of mind. There's just a lot of things that, you know, portray into making a good player, going for M.O.A.Bs. Connection is everything, making sure you have a good internet connection, you know, a good controller, make sure that you have a controller that adapts well to you. And what I mean by that is, for example, I've always played on, you know, the wireless Xbox controllers, and, you know, I read a lot of reviews about, you know, what a good controller would be, and a good recommendation that somebody had made to me is the Razer Onza Tournament Edition. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I did go out and buy the Razer Onza Tournament Edition controller. It is a wired controller, and it is phenomenal. It has totally improved my game, made a huge difference. I have noticed a better response time. Basically what I mean by that is, you know, the wireless signal versus to a direct connect, you get that just instantaneous split-second advantage. Another thing, having a good, you know, a good either TV monitor, high-definition TV, LCD, LED, whatever. This gameplay, I was actually playing on a 50-inch high-definition 1080p plasma screen television. Just recently, I did purchase a Samsung 23-inch LED high-definition monitor with a 2 millisecond response rate, and I think that was one of the greatest things, one of the greatest purchases that I've made towards my, you know, my gaming collection. That 2 milliseconds response time is fantastic, and you really do get the jump and the extra edge on your competitors or your enemies. Now, if you only play on, you know, like a, you know, an LCD or high definition TV plasma, whatever, that's fine. You're still going to play good, but, you know, I will say that my 23-inch 2 millisecond response time monitor has definitely improved my game quite a bit, I would say. So another thing is playing with teammates, going in, playing randomly by yourself. You know, if you play with a good team, you're going to do better. You know, team communication. Now, on this particular M.O.A.B video, I'm just playing with one of my buddies. It was just me and him. I have noticed, like, when I play with the team, I'll win more. I won't get as many kills because, you know, the people that I play with are really good, so the kills are pretty much spread out. So getting those high kill streaks is, you know, if you're going for a M.O.A.B playing with, a group of 6 really good players, it's going to be really difficult to get a M.O.A.B. Because everybody's going to be fighting to get the kills, and that's just kind of how it is. So if you're really wanting to get a M.O.A.B, play with 1 or 2 other people, if you're friends or whatever that are good, just so you don't get really, really crappy teammates. And a couple other things is, and this is one thing I really wanted to talk about, and I want to get your all's opinion on this, is M.O.A.Bs where you're running around versus M.O.A.Bs where you're camping, M.O.A.Bs versus where you are spawn killing. There is a lot of videos on YouTube that I've been watching about M.O.A.Bs, and a lot of times they're kind of camping an area, or they're pressing pressing spawns and basically doing a spawn trap. And that's fine and everything. I think that's good. You can get a M.O.A.B that way, but it's kind of cheap in my book. As you can see in my M.O.A.B, and there I just got it, I was running around the entire map. I did not spawn camp. I didn't camp. I was constantly moving and just being aware of my surroundings. And I think that makes a really good M.O.A.B gameplay video. And I just want to see, what do you guys think? Do you like this video? Do you think that I did well, constantly moving around? Did you like my strategy on how I did this? And another thing that I want to ask you about is a M.O.A.B on, when you're playing hardcore versus core. Do you think it's more of a challenge to get a M.O.A.B in hardcore? The reason I say that is, obviously in hardcore you can't rely on your mini-map so much unless you get a UAV. So for example, if you look up on the screen now, somebody's called in a UAV, so the mini-map's up there, and that's the only time that you're really going to be able to use that to your advantage. Another thing about hardcore is you get hit once and your screen goes red. You don't heal, like you are in core, where you go into red, but then, give it, 10 seconds or so, and you're back to normal. Hardcore doesn't work like that. You get hit once and you stay there, and let's say you get hit once, you could be 1 bullet away from, getting killed. And I just think hardcore is a lot more challenging to get the M.O.A.B. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think versus, hardcore versus core. Do you think hardcore is more of a challenge? I just want to hear what you all think. And of course, if you like this M.O.A.B, if you think I did a good job, please give me a thumbs up. Tell me that you liked it. I want to hear some feedback from you all. So a couple other things is, as far as going for the M.O.A.B, is map strategies, knowing what part of the map to control, being aware of your surroundings, knowing where the enemies are, knowing if the enemies are camping, where are they camping at, are they going back to the same place? And another thing, of course, taking advantage of your perks. Using a really good headset, I use the Astro A40s. Fantastic headset, I strongly recommend it. A little bit on the expensive side, but it's well worth it. Definitely better than any other headset that I've used, and I've used quite a few. I've used, Triton AX Pros, several Turtle Beach models, and there's just nothing that can compare to the Astro A40s. So that's my recommendation. Now, playing with a good headset, you're definitely wanting to, you want to use your headset to the full potential. So listening to enemies' footsteps, listening to gunfire, knowing where the enemy is at. And another thing is paying attention to who on your team, what type of guns they're using. So obviously I knew here that there's nobody on my team that's using a sniper rifle. And I constantly see, the sniper coming up on the screen, so I know it's the other team. Just knowing where that sniper bullet's coming from and just listening to the gunfire will basically show you the location of where the enemies are. So, just constantly moving around the map. You don't have to rush around the map, but strategically move around the map. You don't want to, in this game, you really don't want to just camp in one spot, because if you camp in one spot, you're going to get killed. They'll come in there and they'll grenade you, shoot a rocket at you, pre-fire you. If they know where you're at, they're going to come back for the revenge kill. You may get, 2 or 3, maybe if you're lucky, 4 or 5 kills in one area, but if you're going for a M.O.A.B, you've got to keep moving. You really do. So, taking advantage of your perks, Sleight of Hand Pro, Assassin Pro is definitely crucial, especially, when you start building up your kill streaks and you get your specialist bonus, you're going to unlock all the perks that you've got unlocked anyway. So, once you get your specialist bonus, you've got every single perk in the game. You can just run around, as long as you're running around strategically and not being, retarded and stupid, you know, going around corners, making sure you're ready to hip fire or pull that trigger, kind of like you see right there. I was ready, got that kill immediately. So, I mean, that's just one thing I'm talking about. Once again, leave a comment. Tell me if you agree with that. Tell me if you want to add anything to that. But yeah, another thing that I wanted to mention, if you are a hardcore player, it's always good, if you're going for a M.O.A.B, ask one of your teammates to carry ballistic vests. The reason is because if you take a bullet and you go into into the red screen, a ballistic vest will actually heal you and bring you back up to normal. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. And once again, please leave me a comment. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. I will definitely respond back to any comments. And of course, subscribe. I've got a lot more Modern Warfare 3 videos I'm working on. So I'm going to bring you possibly some more M.O.A.Bs here very shortly. What else would you guys like to see besides M.O.A.Bs? You want to see some high kill-death ratios? Any certain guns? But yeah, go ahead and thumbs up this video, subscribe, comment, and peace, guys. This is Rapture. I'm out.